Hey, and welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you my April manis. So I started off the month with a bang. I wore China Glaze What I Like About Blue as my base. And then as my topper, I wore one of my new Acme lacquer polishes. This was Luna. This was so beautiful. I got a handful of Acme lacquer polishes for the first time. I made a purchase when I was in Idaho with Krista. We did online shopping together. And I really love these. They are sheer, so you can build them up to be opaque, but they're always gonna have that kind of sheerish quality. Not so sheer that like you're gonna see your nails. You can build them up, but they also are sheer enough that you can use them as toppers, which is how I chose to do this time. So this is the undies, this is the topper. It was so beautiful. These little speckles really shine through, and it was just so beautiful, so bright and vivid, and I really love this combo. And I really love all the Acme's that I got. Okay, then I did a twin with Lisa. So we wore Rogue Lacquer's Aim High, which was from February's polish pickup. Now, this one, as soon as I saw this, I knew I had to have it. I did actually do a very good dupe, in my opinion, for my Duping My Polish Pickup Wishlist series. And I really enjoyed the dupe. However, I just could not stop thinking about this polish. And because it was my birthday month, February 5th was my birthday, I decided just to get it and treat myself. And I'm so glad I did. This is so pretty, so unique and interesting. I know this isn't for everyone, but I definitely really like this. And I'm glad that Lisa picked it up and we could twin with this. So pretty. Look at those flakes. Just absolutely beautiful. Okay, then I wore another one of my dupes from my wish list. Now I will say, there's a Bee's lacquer polish that I really, really wanted, and I did several dupes. I think I did 2 dupes. And on the nail wheels, this dupe was beautiful. I thought it was really good. But then on my actual nails, the dupe wasn't as good as I thought it was. I wasn't as excited about this combo as I was on the nail wheel. I still think it was beautiful. However, I don't think the dupe was that great. So the base was Lights Lacquer Olivia. And I think the base is really what threw me off, because once it was on my nails, the tone of brown just wasn't quite right. And then it also didn't allow this beautiful green shimmer to stand out as much as I wanted. So the topper is Bee's Lacquer Dragon Heartstrings. I did like this. I thought it was pretty. I really enjoyed this. However, I just didn't love it as far as the dupe goes. Now, I have read on Reddit, I think it's called Reddit Lacquerista, might be the Reddit subpage. People were saying that Bee's Lacquer might be bringing the original polish back for Rewind this year. So if they do, I think I'm gonna get it. Hopefully they do bring it back and then I can get it. But either way, I liked this. I just didn't love it as far as being a dupe. Okay, then the next man I got this polish from Krista when I was visiting her. We were going through all of her polishes like we always do, and she told me I needed this polish. And then when I got home, I tried to find it and it was not at any of my Walmarts. And so, like a good friend that she is, she went out and bought it for me because she said I needed it, and she mailed it to me. So this is Sally Hansen Traveling Light. So, so pretty. Look at that, so pretty. And then on top, I use Island P's Wonderland. Now, I love my Island P toppers. I love these iridescent shimmery toppers, iridescent flaky toppers, similar to Fancy Gloss. They had those iridescent flaky toppers. However, this just did not really stand out over this topper, over this base. These kind of like sheer iridescent flakies, I think they look much better over darker bases. So I liked this. However, this didn't stand out as much as I would like it to. This base, absolutely love. If you guys can get this, I would get it. It's so beautiful. So I liked it. I didn't love the combo because this didn't stand out enough over the light base. Okay, then another Duping My Wish List mani from February. From February? Might have been from March, I don't know. But I wore it in April. And this was, so initially when I did this dupe, I believe I don't quite remember, but I think I was maybe duping a cuticle polish. I don't quite remember. But the original dupe that I did was okay. I wasn't in love with it. I didn't love the purple. And then after my video, I started going through my purples again to try to find a better purple. I'm like, I know I must have a better purple. I did find a slightly better purple to do my dupe. It still wasn't perfect. However, this Manny I absolutely loved. So the base was Color Club's Lily in Paris. So, so beautiful. And then my two toppers are Rogue's Batsy, which is double thinned. I've been saying in the last several videos of mine that I've been using this, that even though I had thinned it out halfway, typically with my Rogues, I do half and half base and half polish. But it was still so overpowering because this is just a really overpowering black flaky. And it just was too overpowering. So I thinned it out again. And so now my thinned out version is 1/3 Rogue and then 2/3 base. And it's much, much better. I think now it's pretty perfect for what I like. So then I had this as a topper, and then I had Fancy Gloss Crystal Opal on top. And this was so absolutely beautiful. Oh, this is kind of similar to Wonderland. Look at that. The Fancy Gloss Flakies are bigger flaky particles. They're like bigger flakies, but they're very similar. And this, because this base is a little bit darker than this, these flakies really popped over this. Anyways, this was so gorgeous. It still wasn't a perfect dupe for the Polish Pickup one. The Polish Pickup, if I remember correctly, the purple should have been lighter and it should have been dustier, but this combo was amazing, and I'm sure it'll probably be in my favorites of the year. Okay, then I did a Eclipse Twin Manny with Barb for the Eclipse. We wore Iron P Eclipse, very fitting. We almost were going to wear Zoya's Eclipse topper, but it just didn't look right together. So we each wore our own Manny. I believe Barb just wore hers on its own, and then I decided to do undies. So in the past, I've worn this on its own, wasn't impressed with it. The shift, that black to red duochrome shift just wasn't there. And then I wore it over black, and I just wasn't impressed. I was never really impressed with this. And then I decided, well, I have nothing to lose, let me try it over red. So I used OPI's Como Se Llama, which, by the way, this is an amazing, amazing red. If you can get a hold of this, I would get it. And I really liked this. So the red really popped over this red base. And I liked this much, much better. I liked this much better over the red than I did on its own or over the black. So I'm actually pretty happy with having this now, and I was really happy with this Manny. All right, then I did a twin Manny with Lisa. This is another Manny, or I don't know, yeah, this is another Manny, kind of like the combo that I did here, where I was much happier with this on the nail wheel than on the nails. So I was actually really excited about this on the nail wheel, and then once I got on my nails, it just fell short. So Lisa and I twinned with OPI's The Past Is Always Greener, which is a really pretty soft yellowy green. It almost matches my shirt, a little greener though. Really pretty. And then I chose two toppers. I used Iridescent by, it doesn't say on here, I forget, Urban Outfitters, I think it is. Yeah, Urban Outfitters. I got this when I was in Idaho with Krista. She's a really pretty iridescent pink shimmer, soft and subtle. And then I used Fancy Gloss Pastel Pink Mix. And on the nail wheel, this was so beautiful. This shimmer was so shimmery. It really stood out. And then this on top was just so cute over the soft green. But then on the nails, these two, you could barely see the shimmer. You could see it out in the sun, but you had to it was really hard to see. And then this is so soft that over the soft green, it just blended in. You could barely see the green glitters, the pink glitters. All you really saw was the base. And actually, I'm having that problem with a lot of these. I had the whole collection. They're so beautiful. I love them. However, they just don't show up over lighter bases. You really need to wear them over darker bases, which kind of defeats the purpose because these are pastel mixes, which, pastels you think in the spring. So you think you'd want to wear them over soft pastel colors, but they just don't pop over pastels. They really need a darker base so that you can see them Otherwise, they just disappear. So all the manis that I've worn the toppers over have been amazing because I've worn them over slightly darker bases. This was the first one that I was slightly I was pretty disappointed with. So liked it, didn't love it. Okay, now this next mani I loved. I wore Essie's Don't Burst My Bubble. So beautiful. And then my topper was Glam Polish Sweet Sunset Surf. This was so beautiful. I love these glitters. These mix over this bluey purple was just so pretty. This will probably be one of my favorite manis of the year as well. All right, then I did another twin with Barb. We got together for lunch, and we always like to wear a twin mani in person. We wore OPI's I Can Only Wear OPI. Soft gray, like a white gray with a little bit of, more like a, I mean, it's not white, but it's not quite gray either. It's more like a soft, I don't know, I can't describe it. It's got like it's more gray than white, but it's not as gray as like a gray, if that makes any sense. It's more like an off-white, I would say. An off-white with a tiny bit of gray. And then as my topper, I chose a topper that I made to represent my dog Stella. And it's got iridescent glitters, and then it has black flakies, or shards, I guess you would say. And I liked this. Okay, then I did a twin with Lisa. I don't think either of us was overly impressed with this polish, so we wore Sinful Colors Honey Child. This is so sheer. It's so pretty in the bottle, like those gold and then the pinky flakies are so pretty, but this is so sheer. I think Lisa did 4 coats and you could still kind of see her nail line. I stopped at 3. I decided that it just was never going to get fully opaque. I don't know, the formula is nice. It's just so sheer, and then on my nails, it's basically my skin tone. I actually took a picture when I was outside playing with my dogs. I was sitting in the chair, and I rested my hand up against my thigh, and I have like little freckles on my thighs, and the little freckles basically mimicked these little pink glitter, pink flankies, and this looked exactly like my skin tone, exactly like the freckles in my thigh. It was hilarious. So I don't know. I guess this has a place. It has a purpose. If I ever need just a really your skin tone polish. But next time I wear this, I'll probably wear undies, or I don't know, I can maybe see myself decluttering this. I'm not sure, I'm on the fence about it. It has a nice formula. It's just, I don't know, it was basically wearing nothing on my nails. Okay, then next mani, I really like this one. I used Essie's Mint Candy Apple as the base. Really pretty. And then on top, I wore Mentally Unstable by Crow's Toes. Got this one from Olga. And this was really pretty. I really liked this. This Out in the Sun was really sparkly. I really liked this one. Okay, and then the next mani I wore, I really loved this one. This one, Out in the Sun, just sparkled like nothing else. I wore another Essie. It's High Time as a base. Let me know if you guys don't like that. Most people have said they like when my doggies are playing in the background. I've gotten maybe 1 or 2 comments saying that they don't like when my dogs are in the background, but really the only other option is if I lock them up in the bedroom when I'm recording videos, then they're going to be crying and you're going to hear them howling in the background. So the only other option is to just let them be happy and play. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, I'm probably gonna just let them play anyways regardless, but just let me know what you guys think. Anyways, back to the polish. So I wore Essie's It's High Time as a base, and then on top I wore Beesney's Lacquer Baby Monster. This was so beautiful out in the sun. This pinky gold shimmer just glowed off the nails. This was so beautiful. Every time I was outside, I was just twisting and turning my nails, and this just sparkled. It was so pretty. So I really like this one. Bless you. All right, the next mani I did was a twin mani with Lisa. I haven't worn this polish in years, and she had recently picked up a new bottle. This is Dullish Polish Look at the Flowers Lizzie. This is from their, based off of The Walking Dead. I I really like this. I hadn't worn this in years. I knew I liked it, but it had been years since I wore it, and I really liked it still. The formula is still really nice. I love the color. I decided to do 2 regular coats, I believe. I might have done 3 thin coats, but I think I did 2 regular coats. I'm not quite sure. But either way, it built up nicely. It was opaque. It wasn't thick and gritty or gloopy. I really liked it. Next time I wear this, I will probably wear like a darker olive undies, just to kind of, I don't know, just to, you know, something different. But I really like this, and I'm glad that we were able to twin with this. All right, 2 more manis. Next one I wore was I.O.N.P. Fairy Dust. This one is so beautiful. I picked this up for Black Friday. This is so glowy in the sun, sparkly and glowy. This is beautiful. You can build it up on its own. I believe I wore 3 thin coats. It's one of those polishes where you can kind of see your nail line, not completely, like I wouldn't say it's a sheer jelly, but it's one of those kind of like soft ethereal polishes that you can kind of still see your nails. But it's just so glowy and sparkly that it doesn't really matter. Or you can wear this as a top, which I plan to do next time. I think I'll wear this over maybe a purple or pink, but maybe a purple or even like a blue like this would be really pretty. So absolutely beautiful. I love this one. If you guys can pick this up from I.O.N.P., I would do it. All right, and then the last mani I wore was Nailed It, and this was Magical Menagerie. I'm pretty sure I did 3 thin coats. Absolutely love those beautiful glowing flakes. This was so pretty. All right, you guys, that was everything that I wore in April. I think I had a lot of really good manis. If you guys have any comments, leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.